Good afternoon and welcome to Titan Talk. We appreciate everybody joining us today, just like everybody who joins us every time we go live. So we appreciate you guys stopping by. You got myself, Lieutenant Coop, and our local talent, Lieutenant McFarland, again today.
Hello, hello.
And we're just going to do a little chat with you guys, give a little update throughout the weekend. Had a pretty good weekend, and just checking with you guys about the week, anything new coming up, and just kind of go from there. So we had a pretty good weekend. It was actually really calm. We had some stuff that happened over the weekend at some of our locations that you guys handled very well.
We got some compliments on that.
Got some reports in that we read, and they were really good. Good reactions by officers, and all in all, just good responses, and everybody handled it themselves very well. So I'm very happy to hear that, and very, very proud of you guys.
Yeah, we had a good transition from Appreciation Week to, hey, this is why we appreciate you guys, because we had some incidents in the field that were, like you said, handled really well. So it makes all that appreciation that much more valid, if in that sense, because we do appreciate you, not just because we say we do, but because you guys do a fantastic job, majority of you guys, and so thank you for that. Also, the appreciation stuff should be rolling out this week. If you're one of the people that won, you're going to get some information as far as when you're to expect what you won and all that. So just be patient. We're kind of getting the week lined up. Monday's kind of how we get.
Monday's always a tough day. It's getting everything.
Strategy day.
So
we will be touching base over the next probably 24 to 48 hours. And like you said last week, before the end of this week, by Friday, we'll have either information regarding your prize, or you should have it in hand and ready to use it, spend it, whatever it is. So the pie the face thing will be recorded at a different date. So that is probably the only thing, but that's with Lieutenant Ortiz, so she's aware.
And again, that'll be recorded and on the very next podcast.
Yeah. We're going to do a reaction video later this month, I believe.
Kim, don't bring that cookie up. That's all I need is Susanna. There she is. Damn.
Yeah, the cookie will be delivered this week. So,
darn it, Kim, you had to say something.
I'll make it a mission to bring it out. I'm going to be in the field Wednesday, or at least that's the plan. So I'll be doing range Tuesday, Thursday, so I'll be all over the place. But just keep in mind we have a pretty busy schedule, so we're doing everything we can. But as far as the award people, that will be done this week. You have my word on that. And then Chiefs lost this weekend. That was tough. It was a good humbling loss.
Can we not yet?
No, I'm just segueing into different things.
Bringing up we're not even 5 minutes into this, and he's trying to talk about football.
Well, it's not going to be much to talk about today because we lost and we should have won, but it was good to get one of those non-conference wins out of the way. Or yes, they're not in our conference, so
Suzanne, you will get
division. I'm sorry,
Suzanne, you will get your cookie. There's no need to come to the office and collect it. McFarland will deliver that out to you this week. How's that? All right.
Somebody will. Yeah, I'll try to do it myself.
Charles, it's good to see you. We're doing well. How about yourself? Had a good weekend for here for that as well. I don't know if anybody here. I'm gonna kind of out myself on this, and I'm okay with it. Went to Renfest this weekend.
I'm going next.
And you know what? I've been to one a long time ago as a kid, and it was all right as a kid. But I went this year, and it wasn't too bad.
It's fun.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
To see some of the get-ups and stuff like that.
Oh, you're definitely not the weirdest. You're definitely not the weirdest one there when you go.
I'll tell you, some of those guys put a lot of effort. There was a guy who he made his own chainmail out of PVC pipe.
Oh yeah,
and it was really cool.
Stuff like that all the time.
It was really cool.
A lot of those costumes are homemade. So my family and I go at least I think we've gone once a year for the past 5 or 6 years, and so it started as a tradition. About 5 or 6 years ago, and it just kind of took off.
No, I did not. Don't start that, Suzanne.
Did you dress up?
No. She said
we don't do that.
Suzanne said I went as an elf, and I was like, no. That's Roses.
Is that a short joke?
Oh, God.
Could be.
No, Roses would be the elf.
Yeah, we go. There's about 10 or 15 of us in my family, families and spouses and significant others, and my mom and a group of us all go, and we make a whole day of it. It's a lot of fun. I think we get a first responder discount, so I'm pretty sure.
We didn't. We didn't flaunt it, though.
No. Well, yeah, it'll say military security and stuff like that. So
I will say they had a what's it called?
Did you get a chicken leg? Or
turkey leg. I did not. They did not look appetizing.
What?
Yeah.
Well,
They might have been, but I mean, the ones that I saw, like
smells
the people,
and everything.
well, I mean, they smelled amazing.
Yeah.
But I saw a couple of people walking around with them, and as they were eating, I was like, that doesn't look nice.
Yeah, some of the people that have been eating on them for a while, it starts to look a little gross, but no, they're good. It's that and the Scotch egg. It's like a deep fried, hard boiled.
Someone
egg.
said I needed to try it. Couldn't do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you like hard boiled eggs?
Not at all.
Well, then you wouldn't like this. Yeah, it's a deep fried hard boiled egg, but they got like a nice mustard you put on it.
I will say I got really close to eating shellfish by accident. We stopped by.
They were carrying EpiPen.
We stopped by. There was one of the little shops over there that sells food and drinks and stuff like that. And I was like, man, some French fries sound really good right now. Like some potato, they waffle cut.
Yeah.
And they sound amazing. So we go up and we ordered some and got the order placed, and they start cooking, and I look at there and it says fish and chips and then shrimp and chips, and I was like, ooh, hang on, before he's cooking that, can you do me a favor and ask
not to cook that?
And he comes around the corner and he goes, it's okay. And he goes, I've got the same food allergy. I cook one on this side, I cook the other over here, so you're good. And I was like, thank you, because that would.
Oh yeah, because you can eat the fish.
Yeah,
right? Yeah. I didn't even know they had fish and chips out there. Must be new. Now we go and we go around to like the axe throwing, the archery. We like to see the jousting, which is pretty cool. Even though it's like diet jousting, they don't actually like hit each other really hard.
I was like super out and saw the jousting. I was like, is this like true jousting?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, it's jousting. And I was like, cool.
I want to see somebody get ripped in half.
Yeah, and so we saw it from I watched it from afar a little bit, and I was like, that's not jousting. We can keep going.
Yeah, they literally
I'm
ride
done.
their horse. I mean, I can't blame the guys. So I'm not trying to get smashed off a horse 4 times a day every weekend, but no, it's a lot of fun. Did you do the where you hit the? I don't even know what they would call that. Like the thing where you hit.
They hit the mallet. They hit the bell.
Yeah, and it goes ding, and you get the little thing.
I did, and it hit the bell too.
Nice.
We're not going to talk about the fact that it was the kids one.
Oh my god! I didn't even know. I forgot they have.
I did all
because
like they had 3 of them. Yeah.
Did you at least hit it with the big one?
No, I didn't actually hit it. I thought about it, but it was $5. It was 5 swings for $3, and there was no prize.
I do it every year. You gotta hit it. The prize is your pride. And if you hit it hard enough, it dings really, really loud.
I don't know. There was a dude there who was like 3 or 4 times my size. He couldn't hit the bell.
It's all about technique, swinging a hammer.
Well,
I did it for a long time.
Well, it's funny is it's
or an axe. I'm sorry. Or a mallet in that case.
It's a mallet.
Yeah. Well, I swung a lot of axes in my day.
The funny part is when I was I've actually looked those up in the past because there's a lot of fairs and stuff that go to New Mexico in my hometown. There's a lot of like small fairs that cycle through the towns.
Yeah, little
circus
and they
all
circus.
have those. But you can and they all have prizes. You can never win.
Well,
so
those are rigged.
Well, I did a lot of so I did some research into it when I was like, I don't know, 2022, because I was interested. I was like, I keep getting ripped off on these things, and so I looked it up. It's the leverage, that little pole that sits underneath it that hits it. That can move.
Yeah.
And if it's too far forward, you're never gonna win.
Yeah. Well, that's why you always want to hit like just the tip of the mallet towards the front of it, because that's the most leverage you'll get. If the further back on the point that you hit,
can't go up.
Yeah, there's not near as much force.
Yeah,
and so
but those things can actually move too a little bit.
Oh, I imagine. It's just like you've seen Joe Dirt where he's got the Crisco can. He's like, keep trying. And he's spraying the bottles, and that one lady's like, what in the heck? Or no, it was a saucer. He's spraying the cups, and they go in the cup and
slide out. Keep trying. Yeah. Devin, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, Devin's doing the range.
Billy wants to know what's in the cup.
It was water. Eco products. This is probably made.
We're all
from
drinking
Sprite
or water.
Yeah, I'm a big water drinker. We've got I don't know what brand water they have in the office here for our purified station, but it's super tasty. I'm kind of a water snob.
It is.
It's Monday. It's been a good Monday, so I haven't needed the clear adult beverage yet.
No, we're not that far yet.
But no, I'm kind of a water snob, so.
Kind of.
Yeah.
This guy right here will turn down that regular Arrowhead water and buy Fuji. Like you and Roses both do that.
I'm a smart water guy.
No, I've seen you. Yeah, but I've seen you turn down regular water for Fuji.
It's Fiji.
Fiji, whatever.
Yeah. Fiji's not that good.
Water is water. H2O.
No, it's not. pH levels
Gatorade.
are. Water sucks. No, I'm a big Smart Water.
Gary, welcome.
9.5 plus pH. It's really good stuff. They got this new stuff that's out. It's in a blue bottle. I actually had it on the show a while back. It was not very good. I would probably say water's like probably my second favorite drink on the planet. Just be like
I know his first, and it makes him an alcoholic. Just in case you're all wondering.
No, the first would be milk.
Really?
Yeah, milk. It's probably milk, water.
How do you say it?
And then Tito's milk.
Okay.
What did I say?
You said it. You said it a little differently.
Oh, milk.
Yeah, there you go.
Milk.
Yeah, you said
milk. Do you say pillow or pillow?
Pillow.
Yeah, that's right. You're not weird.
No.
In that sense. A lot of people say pillow. I used to say birthday instead of birthday. That was
See,
a long time
when it
ago.
comes to water, here's my only stipulation. Is it water? Then drink it.
Well, yeah. I mean, the best
Like,
water on the
there's no-
planet is hose water after being like outside with your friends playing all day. And like, don't drink it immediately because you'll burn your lips because it's been sitting in
It's
the
in the
sun.
hose, yeah.
But no, you just get that good,
See, what's funny is-
solid stream of cold hose water, and like even the plasticky taste of it just
It's fine.
adds to it. Yeah.
What's funny is like when I was a kid, like the biggest thing is like nobody really cared about. There was no you have to drink this purified water. Or there's this purified water. None of that. It was always just water. Water.
Oh,
Water.
yeah.
And then as things go on, you know, hey,
Tell
we
that to
need
the
to
people
clean.
in Flint, Michigan.
We need. You should
Don't
see
drink.
you should see the water where I come from.
It's brown.
Dude, there is we'll pour a cup and we'll do a mason jar, 16-ounce mason jar.
See
You'll
the
fill it
sediment?
full, and there'll be sediment like that at the
That's
bottom.
disgusting.
But you still drink it, 'cause whatever.
Well, that's when you switch to beer and wine. Like
That's why I don't ever
they
get
did in
sick.
the old days because it was cleaner.
Yeah, but I don't ever get sick because of it.
It's
Let's
true.
see. Kim likes Voss water. Billy drinks sink water.
I've
I'm
never
with you, Billy.
had Voss water. See, the thing, I like cold
Voss
water.
has Voss water every day.
He does. Well, no, he has it on his desk. I've never. It's like the big glass. No, I'm a big smart. Not in the regular smart water's good because it's made through reverse osmosis, so it's a really
Yeah.
clean way to make it. And then they also add like electrolytes and stuff like that for flavor. I just prefer it's the silver smart water. When I was on patrol, I'd get 1 bottle a day from Quick Trip. I go get that, and then I get a 6-pack of waters to fill it up when I was done. So my first water I want to be tasty, and then after that I just drink to
Don't care.
to stay hydrated. Yeah, but I just love the flavor of it. It's super good.
Let's see. Water's gross. Got to go tea or coffee. I'll go with tea a little bit, but coffee's.
Waters in both of those.
Yeah. See, you're just adding flavoring at that point.
Yeah, see, I'm just not a big. My wife's a big like soda pop.
Depending on where you are in New Mexico, yes, you are 100% correct. Sometimes there's not water around you for 50, 60 miles.
Well, isn't there like partially desert?
Not partially. It is a desert.
a
The whole
desert,
state's a
so,
desert. There's no
yeah.
partial to it.
Yeah,
There's one oasis. And
there's like springs. If you see like a waterfall out there, it's not true.
Well, no,
fake.
it's not true.
in your
There's
brain.
one. There's one oasis in New Mexico. It's the blue. It's called Blue Hole, and it's a dive pit.
Oh, nice.
It's a naturally occurring pit that is nothing but like all fresh water, ready to go.
That'd be
It's all natural, extremely cold. It doesn't matter what time of year it is.
cool. That's awesome.
Be in the middle of summer, 120
Can you
degrees
drink it,
outside.
or is it?
You could, but
Probably shouldn't.
you shouldn't because people go swimming in it. I mean, it's a natural spring, so the water recycles anyway.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's
But it goes down like 150 feet, 160 feet, something like that, and like 125 of it's been explored.
See, that's something that I never really got into. I took a vacation to the Bahamas around, I think I was 18, with a buddy, him and his family, and I went, and we got scuba certified. And I wish I
Yep.
would have gotten more into that because I love swimming, but I never really got, I mean, it's not like a big extreme sports guy, but that would have been something I wish I was.
Scuba's fun. I did it. I went on to Cancun one year for Christmas and did the same thing.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that's where my fear of seeing something, because I've got not a fear of the ocean or anything like that, but it's the
Dark
fear of
depths.
seeing, not, like knowing you can see it, but you don't know what it is.
Right. It's a phobia. There's
Yeah.
a word for it. I've seen
I
it.
can't remember what it is.
No,
but
I'm the same way. If
we
I'm in
were-
like a big pool, I'm like, I got to make sure I know everybody that's in
Right.
there. 'Cause
Well,
anything's
what-
sneaking up on me.
What set it off for me is we were down. I don't know how far down we were, but we were way, way down.
Probably like
we were-
30 feet, I think, is usually where the civilian scuba gets. And then you
We
gotta
were
be,
down
like,
at the. I mean, it
professional.
wasn't like super deep in the ocean. You know what I mean?
Right.
But we were out there. And we were down on the bottom, and our guide is pointing out stuff on the floor. He's picking up
Animals and stuff.
No.
or
He's
sea creatures.
somewhat, but he's picking up trash and stuff along the way and stuff like that. He picks up a couple of flip flops, some glasses and stuff. Points out an octopus, and it was really cool because you'd see it. It would swim along the floor and then lay down, and it would change
Change
color.
color. Yeah, I've seen
And it was
that.
really cool, and then he freaked it out and so inked a little bit, and then,
Yeah.
and then he stops, and he's just like hovering there, and he points out like way out in the distance, and we were all there's like 20 of us, and we kind of just stop and we look out there, and you see what looked to be a little shadow, and you're like,
Got
oh,
bigger
that's
as it got
cool,
closer.
and it kept getting a little bit bigger, and then he looks at us, and we're like, what is that? Can't talk or anything, and he puts his hand like on the back like a fin. and then he does this.
Shark.
And he goes, and we're like, that's a shark.
Yeah.
And so we start like swimming the other way, and he's like, no. And he like swim towards it. No. We're good.
Yeah, I'll swim away from the sharks. Yeah, we didn't have anything cool like that. We just went to, it was a little lagoon, and they had a fake shipwreck down there. So we got to swim. It was about 20, 30 feet, and we got to swim down to it. And there was, it was a sea slug, and it was like a pet that I would want. It was basically like a cat. It was about that size. You could hold it, and it was just like real squiggly, and like he was just holding it and petting it like a cat. It was the coolest thing ever. I think there's like an octopus or two. It was mostly just a little bit of fish. But in the Bahamas, the water's like bath water, so you could literally see all the way across.
Like I said, this was when we got up to the surface. I asked him, I said, "How far was that?" And he goes, "Oh, dude," he goes, "That was like 4 or 5 miles." He goes, that was a distance. I was like, and we could still see the shadow.
I can't even see 4 or 5 miles out with the naked eye, so there's no way.
Well, I mean, he goes like because the way the refraction is. He said it was a huge distance.
Yeah,
I'm exaggerating the distance.
No.
But it was forever away. And he goes, we never would have seen that. He goes, it never would have came close to us.
Right.
He goes, but just the fact that you could see the shadow. And I was like, yeah, see, that's just not fair.
Yeah, no, that would be.
Gary thinks he would have figured that Coors Banquet would be your favorite drink. Just want you to know
actually do like. If I'm gonna drink beer, it is a Yellow Jacket, a Coors Banquet. If you don't know what a Yellow Jacket is, it is Coors Banquet. It comes in a yellow can, so they call it a Yellow Jacket. I learned that from
Silver Bullet.
Yeah, it's the Coors Light Silver Bullets. I'd rather just drink Banquet, to be honest.
Billy, your phobia is clowns. I can get that. Some clowns are creepy.
I had a fraternity brother that was super terrified of clowns.
Some clowns are creepy.
And we definitely got the best of it.
I will say there was an It clown at Renfest.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Little kid had the It pain. I was like, that's the wrong.
It's disturbing, but
you're in the wrong area. Like this is not.
Well, and that's the thing. I was gonna say that.
It was cool.
You remind me. There's a lot of dudes, and hey, you do what you want to do. That's fine. I'm not judging anybody. But what is it with guys at the Renfest that dress up like pirates, like Jack Sparrow, and wear a bunch of eyeliner? Like I think it's an excuse to wear, and like I said, perfectly fine if you want to do that. But pirates were not around during the Renaissance times, so like it'd be like having a guy in a spacesuit. Well, yeah, and they have Vikings and stuff, and I see that because it's becoming more popular. But I never understood the pirates were wandering around like the Renaissance.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure I saw 3 or 4 drunk pirates out there.
There's a lot of drunk pirates.
It was great.
Yeah, there's a lot of drunk. They have the pub crawl. That's what they're doing this weekend, and so it's heroes and villains. I'm taking Eli, my dog, and we're thinking about getting him little devil horns to put on because
he is not anywhere.
He's not going to wear it, but we're going to try to. But no, so it's dog friendly, and every year we get, like I said, we've gone for the last like 5 or 6 years, and I never take my dog, and my dog's super friendly and loves people and attention. So we're going to take him this year. It should be pretty interesting. So.
Oh, okay. So apparently Suzanne's going to go scare Billy now. She's going to dress up as a clown. Yeah. Oh man, you have Harley Quinn. I'm not a huge Harley Quinn fan.
She's not a clown.
The new show is all right.
Didn't even know they had one.
Yeah, it's all right.
That's the Joker's girlfriend, right?
Or technically,
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're supposed to be married, but I don't think they ever actually get it.
I don't see the Joker as somebody that's settled down.
Well, I'm in jail maybe eventually.
Yeah, maybe. Or Arkham Asylum, right? Isn't that where he goes?
Yeah. Multiple times.
Yeah, Coop knows all about that stuff, and I give him a hard time because I don't, and I can't keep up with it. There's too much that goes into it, and he showed me like 3 different levels of like how in depth people go.
Oh, it gets bad.
And so
like I know my fair amount. I'm not saying I'm an expert by any means, but I know my fair amount. But there are people out there that make.
Some of my buddies. Ugh. Well, another one of my other fraternity brothers used to have like a comic book collection, and I would do the same thing that I'm doing to you that I would do with him.
Oh yeah,
which is where like I know he was like real particular and like real
it's like you do it to me
like a purist.
Yeah,
like someone that has a classic car and then puts AC and like I'm the guy that's like I'm the creature comforts. I don't really care. And if it's a superhero movie and I have to go read 4 books to understand what's going on, I'm probably not going to do it.
Well, see, with classic cars, that's a whole different thing. I'm sorry, if the car didn't come with AC, you don't put AC in it. No, and you roll the window down and drive faster. Right. That's how you cool down.
But that's he was the same way because I specifically remember it, and I'll have to tell him to watch this. I was sitting outside. We were sitting in his room, just hanging out one time. We were talking about Star Wars because he would get geeked up about all that stuff, and he was really into comics and stuff, and he was one of my best friends. And I always thought that Yoda like lived forever. I didn't know that he actually dies. And so
Spoilers.
I would give him. I mean, if you haven't figured that out by now, but so I was like, yeah, Yoda can't die. He's like the Grand Wizard, you know. He's like the real wise.
You did not call him a Grand Wizard.
Oh yes, I did. mostly just because I know that's probably like intertwining stories and series, and I realize Roses
that have nothing to do with anything with each other.
Roses is right. I do talk in my hands a lot, but
Yes.
I'm gonna try not to the rest of the show. Anyway, long story short, we're sitting there, and I kept pestering him. And I was like, no, he doesn't, and I obviously don't know, but I'm doing it anyway just to get underneath his skin. And finally, he like explodes, and he goes, "He dies in Return of the Jedi." I was like, I'm sorry, I never knew Yoda died, but apparently that's the day I found out, and I got him to where like the nerd rage came out.
Oh no!
And I've tried to push you there a few times, but you've gotten better to where you're just like, you know what, I'm walking away from this.
Yeah, I'm done with you. I'm just
But
it's over.
no, I just kept pushing him, like, no, he doesn't die, he doesn't, and then he
See,
finally just blew up.
I get that way with a couple of things. Pecan,
Sandies.
and
Pecan Sandies.
then Mag and Clip. Those are the two.
Yeah, the Mag and Clip bothers me.
Those are the two that get me the most.
Yeah, load up a clip. It's like,
No, it's a magazine.
Put rounds in a magazine.
So Dee does it every now and then just to mess with me.
Yes, I've heard her say it to you before. So
She'll do, and I know she's doing it. I know when she's doing it just to mess with me because she'll look at me when she does it.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's a normal conversation and she just does it, it's whatever. But there are days that she'll do it and she'll be lock eyes at me, and it's like,
oh yeah,
you're doing it to piss me. You're doing it to get at me. She goes, yep, 100%. So
let's see.
This is great content. It's really just us saying
content.
hi.
Yep.
Just checking in
guess
this
what
week.
the office coffee machine got?
Oh no.
Just take a guess.
I don't know.
Pumpkin
Jensen, aren't
spice.
you supposed to be at work?
Pumpkin spice coffee. It's official. Titan headquarters has pumpkin spice pods. And I would have credit April for that. I'm pretty sure she's the one that ordered them.
I'm going to throw them all
I
out.
was pretty excited. I didn't drink one this morning. I had already made coffee. I didn't want to waste it. And I don't really drink coffee that much, so didn't want to waste it. I had a caramel one that was delicious.
Mm-hmm.
And then tomorrow, pumpkin spice.
Oh, Lord.
Right before I hit the road.
April did buy them, by the way.
Yeah.
Kim's confirming.
Yeah, I figured she did because
Yeah.
they were sitting out by her desk, and I said, and I walked over.
Of course,
and
she got
like,
excited.
"Pumpkin spice." And she goes, I'm not even that crazy of a fan
Beatty,
of it.
it is Titan Talk is whatever we deem it to be. It is not
Beatty's
specifically
in
one
there?
thing.
I thought he's supposed to be overseas.
He hasn't left. I think he's doing his like
He
get
probably
together
took like a
stuff.
month off before he went. Slacker. We were just gonna try and promote you, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm going to deployment for a year." I said, "Oh, too bad. When you get back, though."
No, he's got to get stuff organized before he leaves, and
He's
so
got
they give him like
out
a week or
process,
2 weeks
right?
for
Or
that,
whatever they
something
call
like that. Yeah.
No, we just talk about random stuff.
Aldi's has pumpkin spice Oreos.
No, I already had some. They're not very good.
Good to know.
Yeah, I don't know where I got those.
Yeah, I know you're on orders. We all know you're on orders.
Yeah, well,
What are you doing? What are you doing here then?
yeah. That's some real .gov stuff right there. He's at work for the military, and he's watching a podcast about his private sector job.
I'm pretty sure Jensen's supposed to be on shift. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think half these guys are on shift.
I know for a fact Billy is. She always chimes in, though. I'm okay with it.
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. It's a podcast, not a movie. You don't have to look at our faces. You can just listen to our voices. Speaking of, I'm trying to get louder. Hopefully, you guys can hear me better. I have a tendency, like Coop said, I'm kind of a germaphobe, and these are shared microphones in here, so I don't like to really get up close to
What's
them.
funny is the only other person who shares that microphone is the other germaphobe in the office.
Well, and then we'll probably definitely get each other sick because we don't have a good immune system. But no, I think we have. When's the reaction video? No, that's not Friday.
So it's not going to be this week. I'm hoping to have the reaction video not this Friday, but next Friday.
Okay,
I always
so
try to
a
do
week from this Friday.
I always try to do the reaction videos on a Friday, just so it leads into the weekend.
Okay, maybe we can steal Leon and Ryan or Roses or D or somebody to come in with that, because you're going to have to watch it ahead of time to edit it.
Yep.
So keep that in mind. Coop's he's out of the fun part, which at first I was upset. I was like, no, I don't want to react on camera without knowing what's going to happen. And I'm glad I didn't, because it was very, the first one we had.
That was pretty good.
And so I prefer it that way, so we can kind of share it organically with you guys, because you guys are seeing it the same time we are. So Coop will be the only one that sees it ahead of time, and he's good about being disciplined and not tell me about it. So, and he actually prefers that. It's something he can hold over my head that he knows and I don't. So he will definitely not tell me.
Absolutely.
You don't have to worry about that, and neither will whoever the guest is. He likes
So,
to
on
keep
that note,
secrets.
we could react with a recruiter. Yeah, we could. We could totally pick a video that we could react with to other people other than just Leon and Ryan and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We tend to the last few we used. We wanted them because they've got the immense background in law enforcement and stuff.
Helps.
And so it definitely helps in that. But there are definitely some that that necessarily don't need that kind of experience. There's definitely some out there that are very low level that could have a good reaction to them as well. So,
well, for sure. I mean, the reaction part's fun.
but that also brings in the fact that I also need you guys to send me some of those videos that you find on YouTube and stuff like that, so I can.
I forgot to send you mine.
Yeah, it's okay.
And I'm on the show, so if I'm forgetting, they're probably forgetting.
So if you guys do find those videos out there that you want us to react to, please let me know. You can send them to me in an email. I will happily look over them and make sure that we can use them.
Yeah, the one that I'm going to send, I'd like to have Leon or at least Ryan or someone that's got former LEO experience to break down, because it's a pretty graphic.
Well, I think I found one that I want to, but
that wouldn't be a blind reaction for me. It'd be a blind reaction for those two then.
And me.
I've seen it. Well, yeah, but you have to edit it.
It'd still be a good reaction though, because some of those videos you get out there that it doesn't matter how many times you watch it, you're gonna get the same reaction.
This one's right there with the one we watched. It might even be a little. It's pretty.
As long as there's no death on it.
No, well, I mean there was on the last one we watched. So
that's a good point.
Yeah, he passed. As long as it's not going to be anything graphic to where like you need to sign a waiver, but there is.
I guess that's more what I'm worried about.
There's lethal force involved. As long as we have our explicit or whatever.
18
warning.
Content.
Yeah. Well, but then you put a warning ahead of time. Yeah.
So keep that in mind. Send me any videos you guys have on that stuff you want us to react to. Please. The one thing I do want to say on that is don't send me any videos with somebody else reacting in it, because 9 times out of 10,
that's annoying.
I've seen a couple of those, and I actually have a guy that I watch who does not necessarily reaction videos, but he goes over. He's got like 30 years law enforcement. And he goes over some of those incidents.
Is it that donut operator guy or whatever?
No, I tried watching him once.
I've never watched him. Someone was telling me about him. He's a well-known law enforcement video breakdown guy.
But they don't ever. Very rarely have I found that they tag the original video in it, and that makes it really difficult because sometimes I want to pull that original video.
Have you seen that new Bo Burnham session? His COVID special.
No.
Bo Burnham's the guy. He's like a singing comedian.
Mm-mm.
He does one, and he's just like mostly parody. Makes fun of everybody across the aisle. He doesn't, he just attack one type of, I'm trying to think of the name they would call that.
Anthony says this is starting to feel like a Johnny Carson show.
Perfect. Johnny Carson made a lot of money doing that.
Calls you Ed McMahon.
Ed McMahon? Well, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Is that a jab in the back? I've never seen that show.
It's a good show. Johnny Carson's show is great. He's like the talent, if I remember correctly. But no, so anyway, Bo Burnham does one about a guy making a review about a guy making a review, and it's just like a huge parody. And it's
Lord.
Absolutely hilarious.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No.
So that's what I think of when you say that. If you send me a video of someone making a review of a review,
well, I don't.
There's it's just like 8 little boxes in the corner of people
here's the thing:
reacting.
if that's the only way you can find the video, and they tag the original, that's fine. But if there's no original video tagged and you send me that one, then I've got
you just
nothing.
have to mute that. Yeah, because you can't. No.
So
no, send us some good videos, reaction videos.
Reviewception. It's reviewception.
Reviewception. Is that what it's called?
No, it's what.
Oh, reviewception. I guarantee you somebody out there's seen. I can't remember what it's called, but Bo Burnham's pretty good. He's good. I'm into stand up and stuff. He's good.
So honestly, I think that's about it for the week. We're not really looking at anything.
Friday we're gonna try to
major.
Get
We haven't. We're hoping to have Sparks in this Friday. You kind of took that away and it stuttered me. I'm sorry.
Right. He's got other obligations on Fridays typically. Yeah. Well, he does, and so he's going to see if he can get out of it to come in for an hour with us on Friday. So hopefully he can. He's another good one with a lot of experience and a wealth of knowledge about this.
Charles, thanks for visiting, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah.
He goes, I better go before I get in trouble from a lieutenant.
But yeah, so we'll try to get him in and go over some NEO stuff, which you told me the acronym. I already forgot what it is. New something.
So, but we're hoping to have him in on Friday, so that he'll go over that. Phenomenal.
You just had to throw that in there. We almost went an entire show without one.
Blame Gary. He did it first.
Phenomenal.
But we're hoping to have him in, and what he's going to go over what he runs into most often in his NEO classes, questions, concerns, and stuff like that. We'll have him talk a little bit about his experiences and stuff, and just kind of give us a little detail about himself.
Yeah.
So
he's a fun one. He's a good guy. So he doesn't. I know you guys don't ever see him after NEO, so it'd
Yeah.
be nice to kind of catch up with him. And if you guys jump on and have, dialogue.
So if you guys know any other Titan officers that aren't watching the podcast, make sure you look out for that one. So that way you guys can tell them to join in all of them, so we can keep this going and make sure that we get some good content for you guys. So
Yeah, I feel like we should do like a referral program. If like they get 10 people to sign up,
how are we gonna know?
Well, they can show us. Tell us those 10 people, and they all say yeah, and then we give them like a $20 gift card. Seems kind of cheesy way to
That
get
seems
our
cheesy.
subscribers up, but
Yeah.
it might work.
That's almost as bad as the whole like.
I'm going after
comment,
Johnny
subscribe
Carson
thing.
status now, so I got that's big shoes to fill.
No.
Those are big shoes to fill.
All right, so other than that, I think we're gonna call it for the day. I appreciate you guys joining us today, coming by and being faithful and showing up like you
Yeah.
always do. This Friday is hopefully what we're gonna do with Todd.
Yep.
So we'll keep you guys updated on that.
And if it's not Todd, we'll try and get somebody.
Yeah.
We'll try and get somebody besides our two ugly mugs to look at. Somebody new or somebody else that can just throw a little new perspective on some stuff.
Just a suggestion. This is from James. In the future, announce employees that get a promotion, so that way everyone can congratulate them.
It's a good idea.
Ooh, that's a very good
We'll have to
idea.
ask permission, but
Yeah.
if we we could throw one out there that I know of that we just gave, and I can do it without asking permission.
Yeah, because we already made it public.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Our new junior lieutenant, Mr. Justin Brown. Many of you probably have seen him out and about on the patrol side of things. He's been kind of my understudy for a couple years. He started out at Union Station. I really liked his work ethic. It stuck out to me. Did he make rank out of Union Station? I don't think he did.
I don't think he did. He didn't make rank until he got here.
But Justin, sorry to not ask your permission. I'm just gonna do it anyway. He's like a little son to me. We're closer in age, but I'm like an older brother to him. I feel like so. He's a great kid, great officer. He started with us unarmed because he was too young, and then as soon as he turned 21, this is a perfect example of someone that stayed close to me and followed my directions and did what I asked. I think the day he turned 21, I had him out of range.
Yeah.
Which is rare. Most people turn 21 that month, and we'll get you out there just because a lot of moving parts. But I knew from day one, I said, this kid is going to go places, and I said, I'm going to get as much use out of him here as I can and get him experience that he needs and training. If he wants to go to a police department, he'll be a shoo-in. No questions asked. And so hopefully he sticks with us for a while. But he's the new junior lieutenant, and you will see him on the weekends and throughout the week. He works. Well, I'm not going to give out that much information, but he's all over the place. You guys have probably talked to him on the phone. He takes a lot of the LT phone calls as well because he's just operates at that level. And a lot of people think, well, I want to get this promotion, so day one you start doing that. He's been operating at a lieutenant level for some time, and so we have to make sure that that's the right path for him and give him the proper tools to be successful in his career here. And he showed that we can pretty much give him anything that we can handle, to an extent, and he takes it and runs with it. So congratulations, Justin, well deserved, and we look forward to keeping working with you, buddy. Drink one for us, and I'll drink one for you.
No, I hope not. He's getting ready to be on work, so no drinking.
Oh, that's true, yeah. Nope. On your next day off, which you don't have very many of those either. So.
Kim, that's another great idea. We could do Neos who did really well from the week before, so we could do that as well. That's something. That's a really good idea as well. On that,
it's like
Billy says I want a promotion too.
Yeah, well, I think Billy just got one not that long ago from PRN to ATA, right?
Yeah, I'd count that as one.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's more money. So, and it's good
Maybe.
exposure, good experience out there.
Yeah, phenomenal experience out there.
But let's see.
So I think that we're going to call it now. Again, I appreciate you guys stopping by, chatting with us, even when we're doing these little ones where we may not have a main subject to talk about. So we appreciate you guys stopping by, hanging out with us. Hopefully this week on Friday we'll have Sparks out and he'll talk to us a little bit, and then we'll kind of go from there. So we appreciate it. You guys stay safe out there. Enjoy the rest of your weeks. If you have any video suggestions or anything else you guys want, go ahead and leave them in the comments. Like I said before, I check all the comments every couple of days to make sure I stay up onto that. Other than that, stay safe out there, guys. Stay hydrated, and we will see you guys on Friday. Thanks for hanging out.
Be careful.